Dear students, very good morning to all of you. This is Durgesh Kumar Pandey, your history teacher. Dear students, today I am going to teach you the second chapter of history of class 12, that is kings, farmers and towns in early states and economies from 600 BCE to 600 CE. Students, before discussing anything, first we will discuss about the what is the basic differences between BCE and CE. Students, we will go through timeline. This is the zero, which is the birth date of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Before his birth, the time era count as BCE. BCE. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like if we will suppose 1 as 100, then we will count 100 BCE, 200 BCE, 300 BCE, 400 BCE, etc. And after the birth of Jesus Christ, we will count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as CE. Here CE is represent for common era. Common era. After the birth of Jesus Christ, the year count as a common era, and before the birth of Jesus Christ, the time period is known as BCE, यानी कि before common era. It also known as BC. BC means before Christ, and AD. AD means Anno Domini. Anno Domini. Students, as we know that after the decline of Indus Valley civilization declined near about 1900 BCE. 1900 BCE. After the decline of Indus Valley civilization, the society has been totally changed. New text is going to be written, like Vedas. Students, as you know, that is the Vedas as the text which are very fruitful for our society. Fruitful for our society. There are 4 Vedas. The writing period or composing period of Vedas are near about 1500 BCE to 1000 BC. This is the time period of Vedas. Vedas is like first Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, and Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda. Here, students, we will talk only about the Rig Veda. The Rig Veda area is also known as Vedic period. Vedic period. These era known as Vedic period. The compiler of Vedas is known as Maharshi Sri Krishna Dwaipayan Ved Vyas. Maharshi Sri Krishna Dwaipayan Ved Vyas, known as the compiler of all Vedas. Known as the compiler of all Vedas. In Vedas, in Rig Veda has a 1028 sloks or mantras, and 1028 sloks or mantras, and after that he has 10 mandals, and each and every mandals are denoted someone like the third mandal denoted devoted to Gayatri. Gayatri, or can say Savita. Gayatri. About the Gayatri mantra, there is a discussion in all about in third mandal of Rig Veda. What is Gayatri mantra? Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. These mantras has been totally discussed in the third mandal of Rig Veda. The 10 mandals in 9 mandals, ninth mandal of Rig Veda devoted to God Som. And 10th mandal in 10th mandal in a Purush Sukta. 10th mandal in Purush Sukta, there is a description about there is a explanation about the Varna system. There is a explanation about the Varna system. As I told earlier, that after decline of Indus Valley civilization, the society is totally has been changed. There are many peoples like Varna system divided, like suppose that this is a man. Brahmans are very important during that time. They are the mediator between they said to themselves that they are the mediator between God and priest. God and their priest or their devotees. They were the mediator between the God and devotees. They said themselves that they are the superior among all the societies. So, if they are superior, they told a story about, they make a story about their origination. They said that from the mouth of Brahma, God Brahma is known as the maker of सृष्टि के जो उत्कर्ता के रूप में जिनको जाना जाता है वो ब्रह्मा जी को जाना जाता है। तो ब्राह्मणों ने जो स्टोरी बनाई उसमें कहा कि जिनका जन्म ब्रह्मा के मुख से हुआ है वो ब्राह्मण कहलाए। क्या कहलाए? ब्राह्मण। जिनका जन्म ब्रह्मा जी की भुजाओं से हुआ है उनको क्षत्रिय कहा गया। जिनका जन्म ब्रह्मा जी के पेट स्टमक से हुआ उनको वैश्य कहा गया। और जिनका जन्म ब्रह्मा जी के पैरों से हुआ उनको शूद्राज कहा गया, शूद्र कहा गया। The society has been based on these Varna system. They have their different duties also. Brahmins in the society, they only do the work like read and write, पठन एंड पाठन की क्रिया, शिक्षा देने का कार्य ब्राह्मणों का था। The work of Kshatriya is to protect their state boundaries. to protect their state boundaries. And the work of Vaisya is Vaisya work for the arrangement of their fooding, for their fooding. And Shudra is the worker. They provide service to all these three. All these three, they provide service. They provide service. After these Vedas, during these times, what is another things going to be supposed to be surplus? That is first agriculture. Agriculture also going to be surplus mode. Second, pastoralism. After the pastoralism, the third one is megaliths. Third, megaliths. After the society, Rig Veda, agriculture, pastoralism, megaliths. These were grows very very softly at that time. Agriculture, because of the fertile lands, the agriculture going to be surplus in each and every year. After that, pastoralisms, peoples adopted the dairy systems. They adopted pastoralism as for their occupation. They are going to be they becomes pastoralist. And the megalith period. What is the megalith period? Megalith is a kind of period जिसको हम कहते हैं महापाषाण काल. क्या कहते हैं? महापाषाण काल. It's a time of a big boulders of stones. Big boulders of stone. पत्थर का समय था. The people of that time who were rich in the society, they use these boulders as the sign of their graveyard. अपने कब्र पर, यानी कि लोग जो बड़े लोग होते थे उनको उनकी कब्र में, चाहे वो हिंदूज रहे हों, चाहे वो मुस्लिम्स रहे हों, चाहे फिर क्रिश्चियन रहे हों. जो हिंदूज क्या करते थे? अपनी समाधि बनवाते थे. समाधि में उस बोल्डर्स को लगाते थे साइन के रूप में. मुस्लिम्स थे, उनके ग्रेवयार्ड में, उनके कब्रगाह के ऊपर बोल्डर को रखा जाता था. और जो सोसाइटी थी, जो और पीपल्स थे सोसाइटी के, उन लोगों ने भी इस तरीके से व्यवस्थाएं करी. तो बोल्डर्स प्रतीक थे, जो सिंबल थे, ये किसी रिच पर्सन ऑफ द सोसाइटीज के. जो सोसाइटी में बड़े लोग होते थे, वे सभी लोग अपने साइन के रूप में, अपने ग्रेवयार्ड के साइन के रूप में इसको प्रेजेंट करते थे. ओके, नाउ वी विल टॉक आफ्टर दैट inscription. Inscriptions were very important, through which we may get knowledge about all those things. Students, inscriptions. What are inscription? What is inscription? अगर inscription की बात करें तो what is inscription? What is inscription, students? Writing or engraving over stones over stones, metal, pottery, etc. इंस्क्रिप्शन होते थे. इंस्क्रिप्शन इज pottery students writing or engraving over the stones, metal, pottery, etc. Inscriptions is always written over the hard surface of the earth, like stones, metals, pottery, etc. Inscriptions were used to written by the kings of that time. What they have written over there? They written over there about their activities, their achievements, in a permanent way. Why they using these hard surface of the things like stones, metal, pottery, etc. क्योंकि ये जानते थे कि इनके ऊपर जो इनग्रेव करा जा रहा है, जो लिखा जा रहा है, वो लॉन्ग लास्टिंग है, क्योंकि ये जल्दी से जल्दी डिमोलिश होने वाला नहीं है. इसलिए दे यूजिंग दीज हार्ड सरफेस ऑफ द थिंग्स लाइक स्टोन्स, मेटल्स, पॉटरी एक्सेट्रा. और इसमें भी इन्होंने अपनी एक्टिविटीज़ के बारे में, जो राजा होते थे उन्होंने किस प्रकार की एक्टिविटीज़ में पार्टिसिपेट किया उसके बारे में, क्या क्या उपलब्धियाँ रही, किस प्रकार के अचीवमेंट्स रहे उनके, उसके बारे में, और इनको एक परमानेंट मैटर के रूप में इसको यहाँ पर एनग्रेव करवाते थे. अब हम इंस्क्रिप्शन के बाद एपिग्राफी की बात करेंगे. व्हाट इज एपिग्राफी स्टूडेंट्स? एपिग्राफी, व्हाट इज एपिग्राफी? The system, it is a method to how to read the inscription. It's a method through which we can, it's a method through which we can easily read about the inscriptions. What have written over there? इंस्क्रिप्शंस के ऊपर क्या लिखा गया है, इसको पढ़ने की जो विधि होती है उसको एपिग्राफी कहा जाता है. एपिग्राफी कहा जाता है. एपिग्राफी में दो चीजें होती हैं. फर्स्ट, एपिग्राफी में कितनी चीजें होती हैं? दो चीजें जो कि इंपॉर्टेंस रखती हैं. क्या है? पहला, डेट्स. Dates were very important feature of inscription. And second is paleography. Paleography. Dates. Why the dates important? Over the stones or over the metals, over the pottery, the kings always use the dates. Dates are very important thing in history. They used to write the date over the inscriptions, और जिनके ऊपर जिन इंस्क्रिप्शन के ऊपर डेट्स नहीं होते थे उसके लिए पैलियोग्राफी मेथड का यूज किया जाता था। पैलियोग्राफी इज अ मेथड थ्रू विच वी कैन फाइंड द टाइम whenever the things has been written over there। पैलियोग्राफी एक मेथड है जिसके थ्रू हम जान सकते हैं कि ये जो इंस्क्रिप्शंस पे लिखी हुई चीज़ है ये कितने साल पुरानी है। और इसके लिए एक चीज़ और यूज करी जाती है, किसी भी थिंग्स को पता लगाने के लिए कार्बन डेटिंग का यूज किया जाता है। कार्बन डेटिंग के थ्रू भी हम आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट ऑलवेज यूज कार्बन डेटिंग through which they get knowledge about that things, how old that things are। Okay students,